Hello, this is Pam Souter, Director of Marketing with It Works Global. I want to welcome each and every one of you to our special call tonight. I have a guest on that I had the opportunity to meet several times now. Just had an incredible boot camp in her area. A lot of you wanted to hear her story, and it is quite amazing. So I want to introduce Madra. Hey, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Well, a lot of people are on to hear your story tonight. I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I am just great, Pam. Boot camp was wonderful. It was better than I expected.
Well, it was. I mean, you know, when you think about boot camps, a lot of times, you know, you don't quite know what to expect. And the first time we met was in May. And let's talk about that first. But you know, when we first got together, you came as a Ruby to that boot camp in May, and this was right outside of your city, and I don't think you really knew what to expect. Was that right?
Had no idea. I've been to, you know, trainings for, you know, other businesses or just, you know, the standard training that you go to, and I knew that it would probably make a difference, and I would be on fire for about a week, and then I'd forget all about it. And it absolutely made me just, I don't know, the light bulb went off. I've told everybody that. They've heard this same story a million times. But, Pam, I just totally understood it. I grasped the concept. I was so thrilled that you and Dr. Don were so personable and you cared about us. And it was so real to me. And everyone that was there, you know, Ruby and above, you know, obviously I was Ruby, so all those girls and men that were there that were above me and getting their certificates for diamond and double diamond, and I rubbed shoulders with them, and I thought, gosh, these are ordinary people. These people have not been in marketing businesses for 10 years, and you know, they just were normal, and they were like me, and I thought, I can do this. And with all the knowledge that I got, the education that I got from Dr. Don with the products and just you and teaching us how to go about your business and how simple it was, that was my problem. I was overthinking it. I was studying too hard. I was worried about what to say, and when you said just get the wrap on those people, you will not have to figure out what to say. And that's what I started doing, wrapping everybody I could. And it exploded.
Well, all right, let's talk about this a little bit, because when did you actually start your It Works business?
It was the very end of January.
Okay, so end of January, February, March, April, and halfway through May. What kind of success were you having?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, the people that I wrapped, they wanted more of it. The people that I presented the business opportunity to, you know, I got a lot of no's. I got a lot of people saying, you know, I'm busy, I don't have 3 kids, I don't have time to do this. And, you know, I got shot down a lot, and it did, you know, burst my bubble, and I was thinking, this is harder than I think, you know, harder than it looks, and harder, you know, I didn't know. I mean, before boot camp, I was lost. I saw the steps to success. I read them. You know, I didn't grasp the concept that that's really how simple it is. And I don't know. I was lost. I really was. I mean, and I called my sponsor all the time, and she was so good about answering my questions, and you know, and if she didn't know the answer, she would find out the answer. And I just was constantly asking questions, and you know, I did have a couple distributors, and you know, I was so lost I didn't even know what to tell them. So everyone feels that way when they start, and that is normal. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a failure.
You know, when you think about it, so several months going, you come to that, the light bulb goes off, and I actually saw it come over your face. I saw a change in your eyes and your mannerisms, and a lot of times that will happen when I'm in a boot camp. I'll see 1 or 2 out of everybody in that room, 1 or 2 just gets it.
I
And
couldn't
what
wait
I
to get
mean,
out of there.
yeah, you
And
couldn't
that's
wait to
not
get out.
bad. I couldn't wait to get going.
And I remember your mom standing up there because she's a diamond in your business, and I loved it this past weekend. She stood up and she said, now, she called me after that and said, you got to do this. So there was a difference, I believe, in the way that you felt and the way that you asked people. And I think that what you did was you just harnessed all that energy and you realized that this thing is really real and that we are changing people's lives and that you felt like they all needed to be a part of it. And that's kind of hard to explain on a call unless something gets in you. And I believe that's what happened.
It definitely did. And I was at the point where I was, searching for just random people. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do is I am going to talk to and approach the people that trust me, the people that I love, that I know for a fact this is a great opportunity, and I want to start out working with them. And so I called best friends. I called my family. I called past work, acquaintances, people that I worked with, people that had actually worked for me. And I actually told them, look, I've got an opportunity. I honestly cannot even explain it to you because I don't even know. But I was just at this boot camp. I know this is real. It's $199 to start. You're not even going to lose money. You get the wraps that, you can make your money back. But give this 3 months. I'm going to give this sucker 3 months, and I'm going to see what I can do with it. And I had a lot of people jump on board with me that trusted me. They just jumped in with blind faith. And, Pam, they are diamonds. They're double diamond now. And they just are constantly, every now and then I'll get random messages like, you don't know how that call that you made to me changed my life. And it makes me feel so good.
So when you think about, everyone that's listening right now, because some of those that are listening have been in maybe a year or more, maybe just a couple of weeks, and they're all trying to figure it out. And I know this because I've been there. And you're trying to figure it out, and you're trying to say, well, how does this really work? And Madra, don't you just think it just has to get in you, and then you just feel it, and you go out there and others can sense that you're onto something big?
Yeah. I'm telling you, your upline is great, but the boot camps will change your game. They will absolutely change your game. Conference, I cannot even imagine what it's going to be like. I mean, the boot camp I went to was great. The boot camp that we just had was phenomenal in my eyes because I was so excited that my team and the girls and men from other teams were going to be there, and they're phenomenal. And there is no way that if you are within driving distance that you all should not go to one. You go to 4. They're all different. You will pick up something every single time you go. I think the city tours, and what I love, Pam, honestly, is your support, and Dr. Don and Mark and Mike and corporate, you all absolutely support us 100%. Pam, you didn't make me pay you back for your plane ticket when you came to boot camp. You're doing this because you want us to succeed and you want us to get it. And I feel like that if you offer that to us, that we should run with it. We should absolutely take advantage of anything that's near our town, honestly.
Well, all right, so let's do this. You came back from that boot camp in May, and you just drew that line, and you said, all right, I'm doing this. I've not had success prior. I've not had success in another network marketing company. And let's talk about your background. You have 3 children. You've got a husband. I had the opportunity to meet him. He's wonderful. I loved what I asked him. We were at the computers checking online, and I said, well, what's it like at home? And he said, well, I'll wake up It's a little bit after midnight, and I look down the hall, and I can see the glow of the computer through the French doors, and I know she's checking her team. And that's when everything turns. But he is so proud of you. I mean, so proud of what you've accomplished.
Yeah.
You went from, in May, your check was like $300, and this past month it was $24,000.
Yeah.
24,000. That's huge.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
huge.
We just still don't believe it. We just do not believe it. It's true.
Well, all right. So,
it is true.
What did you know, I know everybody's still going, what? All right. You came home. What did you do?
When I came home from your boot, the first one I went to when I was Ruby?
Yes.
Well, the first thing I did was I listened to the boot camp again all the way home. I sat my phone in my lap the entire boot camp and recorded everything, not knowing if that was good or not or if I could do that. I thought, this isn't going to sink in. You know, I got a lot of information, but I want to hear this over and over and over. And so I recorded it, and I had a 4-hour drive back, so I listened to it. And I got home, my husband's like, well, how'd it go? And I was like, you just don't have any idea. I called my mom, I was bawling, I was like, this is it. I have found something. I have absolutely found where I need to be. And, you know, and before that, they were like, you know, they were supportive, but they were, well, we'll see how it goes. You know, this is something else she's dreaming up or whatever. And I listened to that all the way back. I came home and I typed out all kinds of stuff. And Kim Moore, who enrolled me, also said, you know, I took some really good notes there, and if you want me to, you know, forward those to you, I would be glad to. And I said, you know what, I do, because I'm going to get my team together, and if I have to read it off the page to them, that's what I'm going to do. Because I still didn't know, you know, every aspect of the business. I couldn't memorize it all. So I gathered them all together at a little Italian restaurant in the side room, where if you ordered a plate of ravioli, you got the room for free. So we, ordered food, and I had a banner because I own a salon, so I had a banner, so I brought that, and I was trying to make it look, you know, halfway professional. I brought some of the supplements that I had already been taking. They were open bottles, and I printed out the level sheets, and I printed out all my notes, and everyone got a copy of those, and I said, y'all, this is real, okay? This might bore you to tears the way that I'm going to present this to you, but I want you to get a notepad out and a piece of paper, and I'm actually going to just read these key points. I went over products. I said, the greens, this is what the benefit is. This is how you take it. I went down all the products, and then I started on you know, just level sheets, and there's a way to do this. You know, you have to use this system. It's the steps to success. Everybody sitting in this room has already got step 1 and 2 done, and here's step 3 and 4, and we all need to do this. We're all just running around with chickens with our head cut off, and we're signing a few lulls and a few distributors, and we didn't have a game plan, and so I gave them one. I gave them all my contact information, and I said, I am here for you. I'm going to learn this as you're learning it, and we are going to take this to the moon. And please commit 3 months to me and work this with me. And if you don't want to do that, then I won't call you anymore, you know? And every one of them said, I'm in. I trust you. And a few of them looked at me and they said, you have totally done it. You have got so much conviction in your voice. And it's not lies. And we will totally believe you. And they just absolutely said, tell us what to do. And I've been doing that ever since. And then since then, obviously, I've got quite a few fabulous leaders on my team. So they're taking their team on and they're teaching their team exactly what they need to do.
So it's basically following those steps, getting behind them, and getting that power out there, and just talking to everyone. And I know your goal now is just to put the product on as many people as possible. You are a salon owner. And do you have, but let's talk about that a little bit, because everybody always wants to go calling all the salons, but you've got teachers in your business. You have stay-at-home moms. You have employees of corporations. You have a whole range of people in your business.
Pam, the salon was a great way for me to start. Okay, I had people walking in, those customers that are getting their hair done, and some of the girls, that worked there didn't even want to sign on as a distributor. Some of them just became loyal. Some didn't do anything. They just didn't think it was for them. They're sorry now, by the way, but it's never too late. I got that rap on all of them. They all fell in love with it. And I said, you know what, if you don't want to be in the business, that's totally understandable. If you want to be a customer, I would appreciate that, and you would totally benefit from these products and these supplements. But if you don't want any part of it, will you at least put a Blitz card on your station and at least let me give you a little education behind this product? And that did help me in the beginning, but I will tell you right now, that salon is not why I am where I am at all. It is the people that I happened upon by chance, or they saw it on my Facebook page and they contacted me, like, what are you talking about? What is this wrap you're talking about? I'm kind of curious. And I invited them in and said, let me wrap you. And I would wrap a lot of people, Pam, for $15 or $20 just to get it on them. So I could, that's what sells it. My leaders,
it does.
Are stay-at-home moms. They are school teachers. They are not in a huge, spa facility they're not. And those girls that are on my team that are leaders have helped me get to where I am. So it's not the salon. It's not. I think salons as distributors are great because they have great potential. But I almost did not use the salon that I owned to its fullest potential, which is sickening, really, But
yeah,
I don't want anyone out there to think that, well, she's a salon owner and she's triple diamond, and I'm telling you that's not why.
No.
I don't think
anyone is thinking that because, you have a certain group of clientele that come in and go out. It's like every 6 weeks or so. They come in and they go out. You've gone outside of that with your actually cold calling on other facilities, Facebook. You've done what everybody else is doing. I think that the thing that I really want to get across to everyone tonight is you just you drew that line and you jumped and you became all in, and the energy within your body changes and something happens and people just sense on you that you're going somewhere, and it's very hard to explain other than I saw it. I saw it. And I witnessed it. I saw it this past weekend. I loved it. I had someone actually text me today that was sitting right up front. She came to that other boot camp, and she said, I am all in. Something clicked with me this time, and I'm all in. Mm-hmm. But some of you that are listening tonight, you're not going to be at a boot camp maybe for the next month or 2 months. But you've got to get started now, because what you want is to bring as many people as you can to any one of these events. Because if you've got that room full of people in your team, your business will transform. And, so then let's look at this. One other thing, and this is what your husband was hinting at, you're tracking. It's like this is a business. It's $1 million business, and we had fun at Green Carpet. I wanted you to come down, and you came down, and we drew out on a napkin exactly what I thought you could potentially earn in this company, and it was a 7-figure monthly income. And you Facebooked me back, and you said, "Is this for real?" And I said, "Absolutely." Do you feel like it is?
Pam, I do. I have that napkin. It's in shambles. It is in the side pocket of my purse. We were sitting there with Stephanie, too, and you wrote one out for her, and she framed hers. It was funny when I saw that at boot camp. I was like, right on. She's like, do you have your napkin? I was like, it's in my purse. I'm keeping it close.
But one thing you're doing is tracking. Talk about I mean, you're going back there and you're seeing who needs customers. And another thing, Madra, it's not perfect. I mean, people do quit on you. People don't show up. People don't get their. We're not being Pollyanna here. It's work. It's business.
I've got people sitting at dead zero, and they won't even answer my phone call. So I move on. You know, I'll try. I will try to help every single one that joins my team, but I've got to get a little response back, and I want to see a little bit of effort. You know, and that's the way it should be. You can't beg someone to go do something. But, Pam, I do. I show them the executive sheet upon enrolling. I tell them they need to get their 4 loyals, and I say, I want you to put your name in this executive box right now. And these 2 boxes are distributors. A lot of people don't know that. They think it's customers. You know, you have to be very basic. Talk to them like they're 10, you know, so you know for a fact that they understand it. And I didn't mean 10 like they're baby, but you know what I mean.
10-year-olds are smarter than we are. I know what you mean. Yeah,
so
keep it
Be
simple.
very simple. Keep it very, very simple. And I give them that sheet, and I also give them the Ruby sheet. And I usually don't go beyond that because I don't want them to think, oh, my God, there's no way I can get 24 distributors to be diamond. And they don't understand upon signing that that's not totally up to them to do, you know. It's your team that's going to do this and go to executive and all that. So I give them that sheet, and I show them that those are distributors, and I show them that those 2 boxes, when they get to 400 volume, you advance to executive. Executive is the first step to diamond. And I do tell them that diamond is where you want to be because that is a really good paycheck. That is a great paycheck to start off. You get them excited. When you can show them the money, they will stay with you. They will stay on your team. They will keep building. They'll get excited. They'll want to share this opportunity with more people, and they'll want to wrap more people. And where was I going with it? Half the people on the call know that's how I am. I just like stopping. But it's tracking. I will get on the DIN report at 3 o'clock in the morning or at midnight or whatever, and I will write out those level sheets for my team. I will write one out, and I will take a picture of it, and I take those level sheets, and I write in pencil, and I write the names in each of those boxes, like, for instance, a Ruby, and I'll fill out all the names and say, look, you are in position for Ruby. This is all that has to be done for you to go Ruby. So what I need you to do is call that executive to get that girl that's under her to 400. You need to tell her she needs a couple loyals. She needs to meet that first goal of 4 loyals, and you're there. And they do it. It's like a lot of people need that step by step, and I don't mind doing it. I text people and constantly email people and text them their level sheets and say, fill it in just like I did, or compare it. A lot of people are doing their own sheets, so they compare what I have. And I've actually helped a few people by finding a few mistakes, like, no, you can use her there. She's already at 400, you know. So it is just, I've got a level sheet on everybody. I do. And my team is getting so big that it's almost overwhelming. That is why you have to teach this, and you have to teach your distributors what to do and the steps, and then they need to teach their distributors, because now I cannot possibly call everybody, you know?
No, you can't.
I don't
can't
even know these people anymore that are going in just because some other team, you know, or some other distributor of mine is enrolling people, and I'm lost. I mean, I used to be in contact with them, like, hey, I'm your upline. If you ever have any questions, I'm so glad you joined the team. You know, this is a great opportunity. And if you have any questions that, you know, you don't get answered by your direct sponsor, feel free. I'm always here for you. And my team appreciates that. I haven't had one person say, you know, back off my team. And I usually don't just randomly go pick someone, but if I see, you know, that this needs done or whatever, I'll go to that emerald and say, look at your ruby and look at your, you know, other ruby, and this is what needs to be done. So I try to help as much as I can. I hope that I know that
Well,
they appreciate
and
it. I just hope they don't think I'm trying to control it all, because I'm not. I just want to help. And
I think
a
in the
different pair of
beginning
eyes seeing it.
yeah. And I think in the beginning you need to be a little controlling because you get it, you understand it, and you're
Right.
coaching them through. But let's talk about a couple other things. And I'm actually going to open the line up, and we're going to take a couple questions. But one thing too, I know you contacted your sponsor, but it's not your sponsor's responsibility, is it? For your success.
It's really not. It's really not. It is your responsibility, mine, the person that signs. And if you want to treat this like the business that it is, you've got to get further education. And for, a $35, $40 boot camp ticket it's crazy not to go. I mean, Pam, you are worth more than a boot camp price, I promise you. And I knew that the second that I got done with the boot camp. And I think that's very essential. And you can study, and there's Training Academy. I mean, you cannot possibly go through all the videos, the Living the Dream Team site. The content is updated probably weekly. It's changing all the time. There's so much education. And work with your team. You guys go back and forth with ideas, and I do that all the time with my team. And it's not up to your sponsor. It isn't. And
I can tell your team is really close.
And we are really close.
Yeah, I mean,
there was a lot of people a lot of girls and a few guys that couldn't come to this boot camp, and I was sick, and they were sick. They were like, "Oh my God, I have a wedding," or I even have a few that as soon as the tickets went on sale, they're like, "I'm going," and they bought a ticket, and then they thought, "No, my gosh, I have a wedding that weekend," or "It's our class reunion." I actually missed my class reunion because I totally forgot. And when I called you and said, "Please do this boot camp," they need more than just me talking to them. They need you and Dr. Don. And when you gave me a date, Pam, I did not care what was going on in my life. I was so excited that you all were going to come. So, yeah, a lot of them missed it, and makes me sad, but we all took some good notes. I did videotape portions of it if I can figure out how to get it off my camera, and I can maybe email it to a few of them. But we had a lot of good leaders there, and a lot of people, Pam, that were just distributors and that were just signed on, or they were on the executive level, and I was just so proud of them for taking that step. They are eager, and they want more, and they want to know it all, and that's so great.
So the bottom line is, from what I'm getting with all of this, is stay plugged in, get the applicator on as many people as possible, let it do its magic, and then the question is, during that experience, do you want to be a customer? Do you want to be a distributor? Once they're a distributor, start them through the steps to success. Make sure they get the 4 loyals, they get 120 in free product. Build them to executive. You can't build them anywhere else first. You've got to build them to executive. And while they're doing that, let's go to Ruby. And then that's creating, you went from Ruby. How long did it take you to go Diamond after that
2 weeks.
first 2 weeks? Then the next month, you're double.
Right.
And then the next month, you're triple. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was on a roll there, jumping a level a month, but
wow.
I didn't jump this month.
Totally there's a big jump between triple and presidential. It's a big jump.
Yes,
but look at that check. You and I talked about, are we in it for the dough or the show? And it's definitely the money. It's definitely, those paychecks, getting those checks up, because that's what gets people in. But, I loved listening to some of your distributors. Their checks are high. They're making $5,000, $6,000 a month in a very short period of time. And, and then there's people on your team that are still
than I did.
Yeah. You kind of led the pack.
They're breaking my record
there. Well, all right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the call. There's a lot of you listening. When I open this up, it'll be really, really loud. So let's try to keep the background noise to a minimum. Somebody ask a question, then what I'm going to do is mute it back out and we'll answer it. So hang on with me 1 second. All right, somebody have a question?
Pretty or anything?
Hello. You got a question?
Yep.
All right, anybody got a question?
How can we get the information that Madra said she has from the boot camp? How can we get those notes?
Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay, Madra, why don't you, the question is, how can we get those notes? And I'm sure you have those. Do you want to just forward those out to me and I'll get them out to everybody? You want to do that?
The notes from the boot camp that I went to when I was Ruby?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. We'll do that.
I'll run through my stuff and get those to you, Pam.
And actually, if you would just go into the training academy, it's all there. Would you agree, Madra? It's just.
I mean, honestly, it is. There's nothing at that boot camp that turn that light bulb on that the training academy won't do.
I think the difference is though.
Training academy. It's just in person, and
it's just in person. There's something in that room that happens, and it's just energy, and it's heartfelt, and it's so impactful.
People, that have level jumped, that tell their story, and it just brings it down to normal human. It's real, and it's not a joke, and we're not trying to make everybody bawl, but it happens. I mean, you are moved by their stories, and even if they're a 2-minute story. I mean, I got choked up introducing some of my, or bringing them up for recognition. I mean, it chokes me up because I'm so proud of them. And that, that's the only thing you don't get from the training academy. As far as product knowledge and, steps to success and, what your rewards are for getting 4 loyals, it's all there and then some.
All right, let's open it up and get another question. All right, do we have another question?
I have one. Whenever you started really going quickly and level jumping, did you do that by just booking rap parties like crazy, or did you just really start business building more one-on-one and just meeting with people as much as you could?
All right, I'll mute it back out and we'll answer. Okay, Madra, how did you go that quickly from Ruby to Diamond and then each level after that?
Okay, I did rap parties. I did a lot in the beginning with myself and trying to find people and all that, but once I started getting distributors, I went with them. I said, book your launch party. I don't care if your kit's not even in yet. Book the party. Tell me how many people you have, and I will bring the raps. Let's not wait. Let's get on this. And once they sign, they're excited, and you've got to keep that momentum going. And so I haven't had my own personal party in a long time, but I will go with the person that I enrolled, and that's their launch party, and that's a great education for them. I actually do the launch party. They help me rap, and, they put, their 2 cents in, but they're brand new, and they don't really know, very much about everything. So I actually host the party or conduct the party and tell everyone that this is, Susie's launch party, and thank you guys so much for coming. I'm just going to help her here a little bit. And, parties are definitely great, and I do a lot of one-on-one too. So both. Parties where it's at though.
You're in front of more people. And so initially it is your party, 1 or 2, and then you recruit 1 or 2, and then you're with them and they recruit 1 or 2. And you've got to be willing to get out there and do that in the beginning and
right.
Continue to do it. We've got a 6-figure monthly earner, Cammie Dempsey. She's at a rap party tonight. She was at one last night. She's still doing them. It's not like we ever stop. I still do them. I still go in and help people do them. It is the fastest, quickest way to launch launch your business, and people will come. And Madra, you've probably had wrap parties with one or two people there.
I have, and I'll either sign one or both, or, you know, it doesn't matter. The thing is, and I've heard this a million times, well, it might kind of saturated in my area, and I know a couple people that are doing, you know, they're It Works distributors, and I already know here's the deal. Everyone has a different circle of influence, and if you could say to your best friend, hey, let's invite our friends, but then I want to ask a couple of those girls to bring two girls that we don't know. And when you step out, and after you've used all your best friends for all your parties, you've got to get your distributor to have a party because there's 6 people that you never even met in your life and you never knew existed. And it just keeps going and going and going. And if you try to book a party off of that party, then there's another one with 5 or 6 or 8 more people that you have no idea, you know, who they are. So it just absolutely snowballs. And I would definitely recommend parties. In the beginning, for sure.
And, you know, so let's look at your nights. You've got three children, husband, another business, 2 businesses, actually. You're busy.
I'm very busy.
So what's a week like? Are you partying 1 or 2 nights? Are you partying 3? Were you partying more in the beginning than you are now? And really, you're still in the beginning.
Right. I don't feel like I've even tipped the iceberg yet. I mean, I just can't believe where this business is going to go, and I have so much confidence in you all as a company and where this company is going. I have all my eggs in one basket, and I've never done that in my life. I've always had a backup plan. I've always had this and that. Pam, I'm selling my businesses. I have commercial property. It's actually going on the market tomorrow. I'm done. I am done spinning my wheels, and I have absolutely found it. I have. It has absolutely changed my life. And my kids, I'm so excited for their future now, and it's amazing. It really is.
All right, let's open it up. We'll take one more question, and then we'll close the call out. Who else would like to ask a question?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, it's Jeannie Chisora. And the social media aspect you guys have done just an awesome job of exposing people, but what are the limits? Did Major do you use that at all influence your social media?
All right, hang on one second. I'll mute it out. Okay, that was kind of hard to understand, but Major, basically, what are you saying on Facebook?
On my personal page, I talk about the wrap, Firm, Tone, and Tighten, and, you know, I talk about, you know, the products. I do have a Facebook page for my It Works business, and a lot of it is I talk about, you know, when we have specials, the $99 kit, and this is what you get in it. I talked about the booster pack the other day. A lot of times I educate my other distributors, and I actually will put goals on there for them to reach, and some of them do, and I have them message me saying, I hit that goal today, and I'm like, I'm telling you, if you just do these little simple steps, like the goal today was sign 2 loyals by Friday, and I've already had people messaging me going, oh, I did it, 3 o'clock, I did it, I just did it, you know, and I'm thinking if all these people just grasp the concept of how simple it was. I think my post was, everyone on my team, I challenge you to get 2 loyals by Friday. And Pam, that would completely change our check if that happened, you know?
Oh, yeah. You're looking at, on average, they spend $72 a month. That means $140 extra per person. You've got, you know, several hundred now. And even if you had 10, even if you only had 10 people.
And it's not just for my benefit, it's for theirs too. So I'm like, you go tell your team to get 2, go tell everyone on your team, you know, just think of what that would do. And if everyone could just keep and maintain 4 loyal customers, it would change your business. I've got people that don't have any. I have people that have 20, but on the average, if everyone would just keep those 4 and service those 4, and I had a talk with a few of my leaders the other night about, 3 months comes and a few of the distributors or a few of the loyals do, decide that they don't want to go for that 4th month. They may come back in 6 months, which is great, but it's our job as distributors to be that customer's support and to teach them about the products. And if they buy the wraps and the gel at a party, we need to be emailing them when their 2nd month rolls around and say, hey, greens is my favorite product. You have your own wholesale site. You need to go research that. I just want to let you know that I'm here for you if you have any questions. Don't forget about your perk points. And we really need to try to service those loyal customers. And I think Facebook's a good tool, but you've got to be careful not to, misrepresent the product. And you can't be, I don't know. I just don't like it when people give a bunch of stuff away or, hey, I'll buy your kit for you. And, you don't want someone on your team that you have to beg into your business if they're not willing to spend the $99 right now and get 4 wraps and their website and their marketing materials and their distributor sites. And I think we need to kind of interview them, a little bit.
I think I agree. And I tell you what, when you give away, it's a sign of desperation. This product is exclusive. Nobody else has it. It works. And, the thing that you've got to do is take ownership of it. If you're going to give it away to them, then they get it. They're thinking they've got to give it away. Everybody's giving everything away. Nobody's producing any volume. It doesn't work. It's about buying the kit, understanding you're in business, getting those 4 loyals, maintaining them. If you have 4, you maintain them. You call 1 a week. And you just keep them going and continue to party. Yeah. Get those Blitz cards out there. Do what we do on a daily basis. Work it around your lifestyle, and you can make it happen. And Madra, thank you so much for being on with me tonight. You're just so giving, so loving, and you know what? I see you. You're on the moon with me. You're on the moon with me. Everybody on this call can be there with us, too. It's just a matter of drawing that line, jumping, and going. Now's the time. We've got the Big Mo, which is big momentum going on right now, and every single one of you can be a part of it. Get to a boot camp event. Look on the opportunity calendar. You can find all the events, the city tours. Do whatever it takes. We have people flying in. There was somebody that drove 14 hours for this past camp, and people are doing it and driving back and just on fire for this. So,
and you know what I love?
Yeah.
I know you got to go.
Not to go.
You know what I really like is you connect with other distributors too, and in your downtime you're chatting, or that Friday night when we got done with the boot camp that Friday night, like 40 of us. Who knows? There was probably more there. We just all went over to eat an appetizer, and we're all sitting with different teams, and you get to talking about the business because obviously that's what you have in common. And when you can share ideas and you pick up oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I never thought of that, And it's good to mingle with the people that are doing the same thing you're doing, and you're talking to people outside your team. And I really liked it. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more this time because I really, was really doing this for my team, and I really think they're going to I always say draw the line in the sand, but Pam, you absolutely have to step over it and don't look back and say, I'm doing it, and go and do it. Can I say one more thing?
I love it.
Everybody's probably hung up.
Keep going. Yeah.
Here's what I posted on Facebook the other day. I said, here's my challenge, today's challenge. I said, I challenge you to make a list of 100 people. Don't think about it. Don't think, okay, I'm going to write Julie down because that'll be a loyal. Don't think loyal, host a party, or distributor. Make a list of 100 people. Everybody, go through your Facebook page. We all have 1,000 friends or whatever. You got 100 people. Make a list of 100 people. And I said, I want you to try to get 100 no's. Go approach them. Go approach them about the product. If they say no, approach them about the business. If they say no, ask them to host a party. If they say no, then mark Julie off your list. She said no. Go get 100 no's, and when you get all 100 people to tell you no, I want you to call me. And so far, no one's called because, Pam, it's impossible. It's impossible to do that. Someone
you made a good,
eventually say yes.
You made a good comment, too. Don't prejudge and don't think that you know what area they're going to be interested in, because it's always the ones that you don't think will. And that's a great approach, because then you're just going, okay, it's okay to get that no. And I still get no's. I got one today. I was talking to a lady, and she said, no, I don't think I'd be interested in that. I'm still alive. I'm still on the call tonight. We don't die from that.
Right.
We don't. It does not crush my ego at all. No. You know what? She said no to something phenomenal. It's not her time. Look at all the ones that said no that are now in your triple business. Isn't that sweet?
Definitely. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, when they say yes, okay, when you go into the mind frame of going, I'm going to get no's from 100 people, and when someone says yes, of course you're totally excited, but you're almost like, oh, dang it, that's one off my 100 list. I'm going to have to add somebody else. You cannot get 100 no's. If you do, then we need to sit down one-on-one and talk about your approach, But there's no way, and I challenge everybody on the call to do that, and why not do it? Do it. See what happens. And I promise you, your business will explode if you take that approach.
All right, that's the homework. 100 names and start at the top. And you know what I would recommend is you get really quiet. You just sit down, have a legal pad, and just start writing them down. And they will just start popping in your mind and just go down through that list. And your only job is to inform them that you started a business, you have this incredible product, would they be interested in trying it? And that is really all there is to it. Take the Blitz cards with you everywhere you go. Launch your business today, right now. Even if you've been with us a year, have another wrap party. Just get started as though like Madra did. She started in May. She actually came on board in January, but she really started in May, and it's okay. You can start whenever you're ready and then see where it will take you. So, Madra, thank you so much.
Welcome, Pam.
I love you, girl. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to see you again. And so we want to say good night to everyone. Thank you all for listening in. We appreciate you so much. Go out and build your business. Make that 100-name list. And we'll see you guys at a future camp, city tour, most importantly, conference in January. You've got to sign up and come to conference.
Really quick question. I know. I have had a few new distributors sign up, and they want to go to conference. Answer this question because maybe everybody has it.
Okay.
If they buy their ticket within the first 15 days of enrolling, will they get their 149 in product?
I believe it's the first 10. First 10 days. First 10 days. They get the
sign up for that when they sign up for their kid.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's all. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night, everyone.